Hey guys, there's a little tour of my iPad rig I'm using live these days. It's based on an iPad mini Retina running positive grid apps, Bais and Jamup, and running into an Apogee Duet 2 interface. And then I have my pedal board here with a MIDI controller, a wah pedal, a volume pedal, and a tuner. Underneath the foam I've got the two transformers to power the Duet and the pedal board. And the Duet charges the iPad while it's plugged in, so I never have to worry about that. I just have the iPad on airplane mode. And then I've put a 6-pin XLR jack in the side of the case, and it runs power and MIDI to the pedal board. You see it goes in there. There's a opposite gender one there. On the other side of the case, I've got a power con in for 110 power coming in. Here you can see the side of the pedal board. You have guitar coming in, guitar going out, and that goes to the input of the Duet 2. And then here's the power and MIDI coming in from this jack in the side of the case. Plugged into the Duet, there's a standard USB to MIDI cable that's wired to this XLR jack. That allows me to switch the patches on the iPad via my foot controller here. One of the reasons I use this rig is that it's extremely portable. Like, if I need to rehearse or make some new tones, I don't have to take this entire case with me. I can take just the iPad and my Jamup plug and make my sounds and do my rehearsing, and then come back and plug it into this case, and I'm ready to go again. One thing I've run into is that from one PA to the next, there can be it varies what the PA's overall sound is. So you can plug your guitar in, and it'll sound muddy or super bright or whatever. So what I do is I'll just throw one of these graphic EQs in and adjust it accordingly for the PA's overall sound. So if my guitar sounds muddy or thin or whatever, I can adjust this EQ to compensate for that. Then if I don't need it, I can just disable it. I know a lot of you will have questions about latency. The round trip latency of going through an amp, to a cab, through a mic, into a console, and back to your wedge or in-ears, which is what we use, is about the same as the latency of the iPad going straight into the PA. So it's not really an issue. I've had other people play through it, and they can't discern any noticeable latency. And I don't actually have it running in low latency mode. Overall, I think this is a great solution for live, especially for fly dates. As far as negatives, I would say the biggest thing is the patch changes aren't instantaneous. There's a little bit of a dip between them, and sometimes there's some noise from the effects when you change them. Overall, this isn't a deal breaker. I just find that I'm hitting my switch before the downbeat so that the sound is back in before it. It's not a big thing. You just have to alter your switching technique for that. A couple things I'd love to see in future updates would be faster and quieter patch changes, although I know that's limited by the iPad's processing power. I'd also love to see the ability to add your own impulse responses in bias. That'd be a great way to customize your amp even further. Well, that's my live rig. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And got any questions? Feel free to leave them in the comments. Peace.